We're live.
We're live.
Okay, dope. Welcome back, everybody, again, episode 6 of Take Notes. We have JR here from Vive Organic. He's one of the co-founders of these energy shots. He's going to be telling us his story and how he came about, right?
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here.
Cool.
Been in Chicago for 6 months now, and this is my first time with a big group of the boys. We got an audience out here in the back.
We do. Okay, cool. Well, roll the intro.
All right, man.
Cool.
Thanks for coming on, first of all. And what I wanted to start with is I've taken the time to read about Vive online and stuff like
Awesome.
that. But if you can give us take us back to day one, how you guys came up with the idea and how you guys originally were like, all right, let's go for this.
Perfect. Yeah, first, thanks for having me on the show today. I'm super excited. Back to day one. Let's go back to college. You have Kyle and you have Wyatt, my two co-founders. We met in college. I didn't think we'd ever go into business with each other, right? We were always really good friends. Wyatt was kind of a serial entrepreneur. He created a blog in college. It's called Think Green, Live Clean. And he was always working on it. I'd be like, hey, let's go out. There's something going on Friday night. And he's like, I got to finish this blog post. Like always super focused. And I really stuck with him as kind of like a business mentor, wanted to see where he was going. And we both went off and did our own entrepreneurial ventures. I started a company. So did he. He started this water refill station that's now nationally distributed. He hired a CEO to come in and run it. But during that time, I was selling the machines for Wyatt. And I watched him go through some personal health stuff. He had worked so hard. He was drinking so much coffee and getting this company off the ground, as you know, as an entrepreneur, is extremely strenuous on the body. So he hit a point where he completely burned out. He went to the doctors. They didn't really have anything for him. And he went to integrative medicine, and his mom hooked him up with Dr. Erica Elliott, who's on our box, who actually helps formulate our shots. And she really turned him on to this integrative medicine approach to heal what he was going through. Things like hot yoga, ginger, turmeric, herbs, really kind of looking at the root of the problem and solving it for Wyatt. So he saw that work and was really inspired by this way of medicine. Fast forward, we're still in the water company. He's in Florida and discovers a ginger shot, cold pressed 100% ginger root with a little bit of turmeric and a little bit of lemon. And he's texting us. He's so excited about the idea. He's like, these things are going to be everywhere, And I'm like, Wyatt sends over a lot of ideas. He's an entrepreneur type. And I'm like, I've actually started to see him pop up in all of the juice bars in California. So I'm really interested on this idea. I'm also a firm believer of natural medicine. At the time, startups were my life. I was on my second one and I was looking kind of for the next opportunity. Wyatt sat me down for tea. He had the whole business plan kind of laid out with the doctors, how we were going to, our first route to market. And he goes, what do you think? Are you in? I thought about it that night in the morning. I texted him. I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
So now it's Wyatt and myself. Kyle, right after college, went into operations. He was working with Plum Organics. It was a big company that he helped scale, and they eventually got acquired by Campbell Soup. So it was a baby food company. And we were like, Kyle was a very important piece of the puzzle for the three of us because he had the whole operation background, how to create the product, get co-packers on board. So there was like a 2-week courting period with Kyle. We were really trying to recruit, get him on board, get him to leave his great job. He was getting paid really well as myself and Wyatt. It's a big commitment at the start. Kyle, I remember talking to him when he said he was in. It was like, all right, we're all in, the three of us. And we started, that was at the end, December 2015. So that's when we all quit our jobs, sat together and really started working on it 100% of our time. So that was the first kind of background story on how we got it together, the three of us. You asked me about, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. What's like a low point? Well, before Wyatt had sat me down for this opportunity, I had grown a regional sales company for my friend's company from $0 to it was like 1.2 in revenue in Santa Barbara. I just grew that region for him. That was working for another entrepreneur, right? I didn't have the responsibility. Right before that, I was really involved in the cannabis industry early on in California. Wyatt, who's a mentor of mine, says like a startup's a lot of like surfing, right? It's a lot of like catching a wave. You need to be right in the right time on the wave. If you get there too early, you miss the wave. If you're too late, you're getting taken over the falls and slammed onto the sand. The cannabis industry, when I was in it, was in its very early stages. I had a vision. I had a great product. We were the first organic farm to dispensary company that was growing with compost tea. We had no chemicals. We were growing for cancer patients. We were actually getting our cannabis to the dispensaries that were only servicing true medical cannabis patients. So our stuff was tested at Steep Hill Laboratories in Oakland. I had all these great people in the cannabis industry around me, and I was on a fast track for success. Revenues were great. Things all of a sudden didn't work out like that. I lost all of the money I invested into it, all my investors' money. I ended up on my mom's couch with $1,500.
Wow.
And 3 weeks before that, all that happened, I had a team, a company, a farm in Northern California. I was like, I'm going to be driving my truck around in these hills for years. Like the green rush is just about to happen. I'm before everyone. So I was really low. I lost everything. My brother was working for me. I felt guilty about that. Had set him back a few years. I had cousins that were working for me.
Wow.
Set them back a few years. There was a lot of guilt. And I just visioned myself, working for someone else, getting my feet back off onto the ground. I was like, if I just go out and work super hard, it was a minimum wage job on commission, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, that was a kind of a humbling moment. I was like, I'm going to go, work for my friend and kind of get my feet right back on the ground. And I just envisioned another opportunity coming my way. I was like, I'm just going to keep working hard, brick by brick.
Yeah.
Something's going to turn around. And it was really, my mind would take me back because the cannabis industry was growing super fast at that time. I'd have people like hitting me up. Hey, do you want to be a consultant? Hey, we're starting this new brand. Yeah. Hey, we're starting a dispensary in LA. Do you want to be a part of it? Like, I'm like, nope, I'm concentrated on something else. I'm not getting back into the industry. I'm focusing on sales, growing my personal portfolio. And they'd be like, and I had to say a no to a lot of opportunities for this right one to come up because I knew some of the failures were like kind of like team-based stuff. And so when this team came across with Wyatt and Kyle, I was like, here's the team I've been waiting for, all of that.
It's awesome how you can like formulate something with close people. You know what I mean? Like that's really fucking hard, I feel like.
Yeah, so our mission at Vive Organic is to really connect people to the roots of wellness. We have these 3 amazing doctors. They put a lot of effort into formulating the shots, and then we also went to the streets in Venice Beach to formulate these shots. We basically laid them out on tables to figure out the perfect flavor profile. We can all taste one together right now. You can see it's like
I'm excited for this, man. Yeah, I'm like seriously.
So this is a medium bold shot. It has.
You have to shake it.
Yeah, you could shake it up.
Okay.
Pass them around to everyone else. So what you guys are trying right here is probably something it's pretty incredible. It's cold pressed ginger root and cold pressed turmeric root. We sourced the turmeric root from a small farm on the north shore of Kauai. It has fresh echinacea root and flower. It has black pepper, which activates the curcumin in the turmeric, and you have fresh lemon juice. So you think of inflammation, immunity boosting, really giving yourself something fresh, raw, and incredible. This is this shot.
I'm fucking it. Let's take a shot.
So it is a little spicy. So
this is the first healthy shot I've ever taken in my life.
Yeah.
You just the whole thing at once.
So you could start with a quarter of it, see how you think.
But we're not gonna do that, right?
No, let's do the whole thing.
Let's do the whole thing. Oh, that's strong.
We wanted to make something that you can feel working right away.
Wow.
And it actually does. You'll really feel the benefits within like 10 minutes.
I feel like
I just woke up, bro. Yeah.
So first opinion, I didn't expect it to taste good. It tastes good.
It tastes good. We paired it with the pineapple. It creates that kind of medium bold flavor profile.
I feel like I just had like a morning juice that just kicked my life into gear.
So hold on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm super fucking. I hate getting sick.
Yeah.
Guys, what?
Our audience is loving it.
Yeah, they're just like, fuck the podcast. This is great.
You're not gonna leave that box.
Okay, so I fucking hate getting sick, right?
Yeah.
It's I drink a shitload of water. I try to like squeeze lemon juice, like, and
Totally.
Taylor can vouch for me. Like, I'm squeezing lemons at night, fucking drinking lemon juice.
Anything helps.
So
right?
this helps a lot, right? Like,
helps a lot.
how many of these do I have to drink a day not to get sick ever?
So we have 6 different wellness shots right now. You know, some are formulated for different functions. Our wellness rescue shot, which isn't here today, has oil of oregano, elderberry. It has a little bit of cayenne. You would take that. It's formulated for when you're sick, for when you've already gotten sick. It's going to kill bacteria. It's been formulated to kill the bacteria and help you get well faster. The immunity boost shot right here, it's upkeep. Think about when you're run down, traveling, working too many hours, all the things that will compromise your immune system and get you sick. This is going to help with that. You're providing a fresh ginger and turmeric root with echinacea. It's bioavailable because it's fresh. It's not powders, and it's just a really incredible thing to incorporate in your wellness routine.
I feel like I feel like these are on the rise.
They're
right?
on the rise.
I'm not saying that just because I feel like I'm seeing this on social media. People are fucking taking shots after they work out or like during the day, whatever, or if they're sick. I feel like I'm seeing that more and more, but you never used to see it. It's like an up and coming thing.
And one of the things I wanted to talk about is we talk about how Whole Foods is kind of your target market.
Yeah.
In those first year, how hard is it to get your product on Whole Foods shelves?
Yeah,
that's a good question.
That's a great question. Yeah. So I grew up in a blue collar family. My dad's a contractor. I can relate. He gets up every morning at 5 a.m. You know, that kind of.
I want to meet him.
That kind of hard work effort was instilled in me, and with Wyatt and Kyle, Wyatt was getting the corporate structure of the business together early on. Kyle was working on all the operations. They looked at me and said, JR, you're going to get us into Whole Foods. Just hyper focus on that, and we're going to be good. And we had let all of our investors know we were going to be getting into Whole Foods. So early on, it was extremely difficult. So I kind of hit a roadblock, and I was like, I need to go back and really tap into these early ideals that were installed in me from my family. And I'm going to just show up at the Whole Foods at 5 a.m. and I'm going to work and help and set shelf and get to know people. So I picked a few of the top local Whole Foods in Los Angeles. And I just started showing up, getting to know people, offering my services, helping out, handing out samples, even they were half labeled. We didn't even have legitimate labels at that time.
Honestly, fuck it.
I'm
whatever.
handing out samples.
Right.
So after a few weeks of doing that, they introduced me to the local purchasing coordinator. Yeah. And because of that, those real relationships that I built early on, it allowed me to kind of have an opportunity to speak with her and sit down and have a real conversation of what this is. So then we got an opportunity to launch into 5 stores, just 5. It was a full test. So
how many are you in now?
We're in 475. We're in all of them. So it was.